One day down. A couple thousand more to go. Damn. Let me get some light in here or something. How many degrees it is? I don't know, but it's a little chilly out here, man. Damn. Big Money Bound TV, RRT Posse YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I release scheduled videos every Monday, 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, but I also release some unscheduled videos throughout the week. Now, if you're returning, hey, welcome back. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you. Last night was my first day back at work after being off from my full-time job for the last 90 days, bruh. 90 days. And I actually left like 5 days early, so I actually been off for 95 days. And I came back into it, though. Man. Damn. What we represent, man?
Big Money Bound.
Say, let her know, man.
Big Money Bound.
The kids, man. You got the kids, man. This was the first night in like the last 30 plus days that I spent away from like my girl and my son. Like, it was so weird, but at the same time, it fueled me. I don't know, it's crazy to explain it. Like, not being near them, knowing they're at the house, knowing them out here getting this fetty for us, it gave me like the fuel to just like, do what I gotta do and keep going for them. Like, man, I got a little one to feed. Like, bro, I gotta feed my little one. And I've been away from work for a little minute. And they telling me like, oh, it's new rules. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Hey, bro, hey, whatever y'all need me to do, I'm willing to do it. I got my little one to feed. So, hey, legit gotta eat. So, man, whatever new rules y'all made up or document this and do it that way, whatever you want me to do, I'ma do it. I didn't even brush my hair, but like my hair's so wavy right now that I don't even gotta brush it, dog. Cause like I say, I've been away from work for a while and I've been heavy on my wig and make sure everything stay nice and stay neat. So my wave is spinning so crazy I don't even gotta brush my hair right now, dog. Spinning, like it's spinning around the globe, man. Speaking around the globe, like I just came back to work. Like, I'm fresh in it. Like I just got back in here, dog. My homie tell me, hey dog, one of my co-workers, a fellow respiratory therapist, hey man, they say they finna bring that travel pay money back. We gotta get back out there and get it. I'm like, bro, like, I just got back in here. Like, today's my first day back in here, and you saying I gotta get back out there? Bro, I just got in here. My homie like, yeah, bro. I'm thinking about it. Hey man, I'm gonna go get that money. Like, I'm like, bro, I feel like you gotta do what you feel is right. Like, it's like I got my little one and I got my girl, my wife, my fiance, the love of my life, Jody Joe. I told her, like, okay, once you have our kid, like, you ain't gotta go back to work for at least a year, hopefully for longer. So now I don't want to gamble with like the fatty I got in my hand guaranteed. They say a bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. Hoping I can get more over there. Now, you got some fatty in your hand. You went out there, you got paid. You in here, you getting paid. Now you trying to, how much more? Damn, you just gambling? You finna gamble with your blessings? So I can't really even like, cause if I leave here, I'm leaving like it's 2 weeks notice termination. Like hopefully I can get back in. It ain't no leave after this, you gone, hopefully you can get back in. I can't gamble with like my girl, telling her you don't gotta worry about going to work, my son eating, like my mortgage. Like, it's the stakes are higher. Like, it ain't just me and Jody no more. It's like it's somebody else that, you feel me, that can't go out there and get a job. That's depending on us. So I can't even gamble with it the same like that. For me to really have to do that, I'd be in a position where I know like 100, like a couple more like 30, 40, 50 bands I can pay off my house. And then I got a couple 6 figures behind that stacked up on top of that. So if I ain't in that position where like with the next move, the next assignment, I can't pay off all my house and it has 6 figures behind me. I can't take that risk, bro. I can't even gamble it like that, man. So yeah, I'ma just. But I said that last time I wasn't gonna go, but you know how it is, man. So I'ma just. I can't play with not my family. So I got back in there, man. They put me on the floors, and I had a unit. I was covering the unit, and I was covering the floors. I was taking care of a patient that was in on the floor, and they were telling me like, yeah, can you check my saturation? Let me know how everything is. If I'm doing good, I'm doing bad. So I put the pulse oximeter on their finger, man. Checked them out. It was like 96%. Her heart rate was like 100. They were saying, yeah, my oxygen is very good, but when I move around, it gets low. Do you know when I go back to normal? So I'm thinking, okay, like, cause they were wearing oxygen. I'm saying, do you wear oxygen at home? They was like, no. I'm like, okay, so if you normally don't wear oxygen, but now you is, and when you move around, your sat still drop. All right. What brought you into the hospital? They said pneumonia. All right, so that's what any acute disease like that, like pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia, asthma attack, like a flare up of like COPD exacerbation. Until that underlying issue is fixed, the lungs gonna need the lungs is gonna be like in the state that they're in. I'm not gonna say you're gonna return to normal, you're gonna return back to your normal. You feel me? Because what's normal for me ain't gonna be normal for somebody who 89 years old. Because like, bro, it's a different, your lungs, the elasticity of your lungs have been like expanded more throughout the years that you've been living. So of course somebody who's 80, lungs aren't gonna be as healthy as somebody who's 25 or 28 or 29 because they haven't been breathing for as long as somebody who's 80 years old. If that makes sense, like it should, but if just try to make that make sense. Like the longer you've been breathing, the more you've been stretching out your lungs, the less healthier they're gonna be because of like the amount of time that you've been breathing and the particles and stuff around you that you've been breathing in, like all that hairspray, all that cigarette smoke, all that pollen, all that dust, all that chemicals, all that cheeseburger grease when you bite into your burger, all that stuff, it plays a toll. So the underlying issue has to be fixed before you can return back to your normal. The lady's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And bro, like, that's something we learned at like respiratory therapy program. Like, that school really teach you what you need to know, man. Well, my school did. I ain't gonna say the same for everybody because I don't know how everybody's school is. But for my school, they really taught me like what I needed to know to make it, man. Yeah, man. Speaking of making it, like a lot of people know that like I made a lot of fetty. Even though I was on leave to be with my son, I spent my whole 90 days bonding with my son. People seeing me like, hey man, what's going on, Randy? I ain't seen you in a minute now. I know you had like 280,000, 250,000 by now. I'm like, bro, I just had a kid, but I know you had like 250,000 right now. I'm like, hey bro, hey, 250. That's on a light day. 250 on a light day. And I did it the right way. I ain't commit no crimes. Hey, respiratory therapy got me here. So, like, a lot of people know because, like, whenever that COVID pandemic pay started creeping back up and all that, they paying $100+ an hour, I seen it just magically vanish. And then when they go back down, I come back to work. But that's just a coincidence, man. That's just a coincidence. Y'all know, hey, man, for my family, I do what I gotta do. So, hey, dog, I'm like, hey, man, I'm blessed and I'm thankful, dog. I'm blessed and I'm very thankful. Hey, man, that's on a light day, and I did it the right way. Right way, man. I be trying to do a lot of things the right way. Like, I walked into a patient room last night, had a breathing treatment that was due. It was like 10 o'clock at night. The patient was sleeping. I opened up the patient's chart. I got a treatment for the patient. I'm going to wake the patient up. I chose not to wake the patient up and give them their breathing treatment. Was I wrong for doing that? Should I have woke their patient up and still gave them their breathing treatment that was due and that was ordered by a doctor? The patient was 104 years old. Hey, man, if you sleeping and your saturation is 100% and you doing good, I'm not finna wake up nobody who 104 years old and here go your treatment. When the order was, it was a while awake treatment. So it was like a treatment that was only supposed to be done during the daytime. From like 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 at night. And that was the last one for that night. You ain't get your last nighttime treatment because you was sleeping. You're 104 years old. I'm not finna wake nobody up that's 104. Saying, I got the treatment for you. Dog, you serious? Like, come the hell on, bro. Like that. That could have been my last night good rest. Woke me the hell up. Bull crapping, you feel me? I'm like, hey, I didn't do it, bro. Hey. Drop down in the comments. Was I wrong? Oh, would you have waking up a patient that was 104 years old saying, here go your treatment? 104? Come on, dog. But like last night, I ain't gonna lie, man. The hardest part was just like getting acclimated back to that night shift, man. Just like having to stay up throughout the whole night, knowing I've been like sleeping peacefully at night. Well, I won't say peacefully. I've been going to bed at nighttime. It hasn't been peacefully because my baby boy, he wakes up. When he wake up in the middle of the night and he hungry, he wake up and he just starts screaming because he hungry. He wake up, everybody getting up, dog. And you may not get up, but you gonna wake up out your sleep like, oh man, again. But you got it. Okay, you got it. Okay, thank you. I got the next one. So it ain't been peacefully, but it was real hard to like stay up throughout the whole night, man. But I did manage to do it. I managed to get it done. And another thing that happened that was just like out of the norm. Mind you, I haven't been to work for like I said, 90 days. So some things I gotta like, it's like riding a bike, but you still kind of like, you on that bike and you kind of wobbling. I gotta really get my grip real good, and I can lift it up and catwalk and do all kind of tricks and spinneroonies and bunny hops. But right now I'm still kind of a little nervous. So they say, hey, the patient's sats were dropping. I don't know what happened. 5 minutes ago they were sat 100%. I'm like, all right. I come in there now. When I come in, the nurse is suctioning. I'm like, all right, now the nurse is suctioning. Ain't nothing coming back. Okay, patient sat still dropping. So I boost the patient oxygen up from like 50 to 70. Your sats are dropping. You need oxygen? Bro, we got oxygen to give you. Like, I can do that, no problem. Bloop, here goes some more oxygen. Patient go from 88 to 92. All right, 92 to 100, that's normal. Then it go down to 89, 88 again, 87. Like, man, what the hell going on? Yeah, I had just cleaned them about an hour ago. Okay, now I started to realize what's going on. I started to check out the vent. The peak pressures are somewhat elevated. It went from 18, now it's at 22, but it's still below 30. 30 is that threshold. You don't want to see peak pressures go above 30. So we had 22. It was a jump of 4. Nothing like too wild and crazy. So I'm like, all right, let me check the trend to see when did it jump. Around what time did you clean the patient? I'm checking the trends. It jumped at like 3:30. Around 3:15 to 3:30. All right, so something took place then. But what was it? So I'm thinking, because sometimes after you like move a patient around a lot, cleaning them and turning them this and that, the sats to drop, then they'll come back up. She's like, yeah, it's 5 o'clock now though. I'm like, damn, it is, bro. So I go from 70 to 80. I'm at 80. Dog sat 90. I'm like, man, you know what? I know I seen a nurse suction, but let me come back over here and suction just to be safe. Man, I suctioned this patient. Now, mind you, when I seen the nurse do it, nothing was coming back. So I'm thinking, ain't no mucus in there. Let me do this just to be safe, I get in there, man. I feel like some thick, tenacious secretion. Like, let me, it started coming back. She wasn't finagling it right, or she wasn't like doing it how the respiratory therapist would be doing it. It's mucus flying back. I see the sats jump to 100. I'm like, man, this damn lady got me in here checking this, checking that, checking trends, bumping up FiO2, and you ain't really suctioning? But that's something I'm supposed to know, like, first things first, man. Bump up the oxygen, go suction. But it's been 90 days, so y'all just let me get back in the swing of things, man. On that, I'm finna swing this wheel and I'm finna get back to my house, to my son, and to my girl. Like, I miss my baby boy, dog. Like, I gotta go home, shower up. Then I gotta go and hug my baby boy and let him know Paul is back. You feel me? He called me Paul. Feel me? Not Dad. Paul. Paul is back home, bro. Hey, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. I appreciate all the support, dog. Y'all know I love the supporters, man. Thank y'all. These videos gonna keep coming and keep coming, dog. As long as I'm a therapist. Not even long as I'm a therapist, dog. As long as y'all supporting, I'm gonna keep the content coming because I've been a therapist going on 8 years. And it ain't gonna be 8 more, I know that. Thank y'all for watching. It ain't gonna be 8 more, I know that.